My time at the American Peace Corps and at the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda has certainly affected my arbitration practice. When I was in the Peace Corps, I spent over 2 years in the Ivory Coast working with municipalities on a variety of challenging projects, along with engineers. It did impress on me the importance of cross-cultural communications, as well as the need to find solutions in very trying circumstances. There were lots of problems that arose at all times. For instance, there was a coup d'etat in the middle of my 2 years there that overthrew the government, and we needed to find solutions to everything that the municipality was doing in a very different culture. And I think that cross-cultural awareness is very important, and the ability to find solutions to challenging problems is something that you also see in international arbitration. At the UN International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda, it was very interesting, and you can see the role of justice in solving long-running issues that are obviously very serious. My main takeaway from that, however, is that the justice cannot be too slow. There's the expression, justice delayed is justice denied. And you can see that many of the stakeholders at the UN, the people who were actually affected by the tribunal, were not impressed with the speed of its work. And they felt that it wasn't actually addressing their problems. But overall, cross-cultural awareness is obviously something that's very important in international arbitration, and the ability to work in multiple languages is also very important. So Aceris law maintains its competitiveness in this field by taking, first of all, a very client-centric approach. We work very carefully, closely with our clients, meeting with them often using video conference, and having them as involved as they would like to be in their actual case. We're entirely transparent with our client. We share absolutely everything with them, and we let them make all key decisions that impact their case. That's one aspect. Now, the second aspect of it is that we do try to make great use of technology in order to speed up our work product and to ensure that it's accurate. We have UseAI, along with a variety of other products that we try to use to make our legal product fast and cost-effective. We also do try to make everything very transparent with our clients. We take a cost-effective approach where we try to set a budget for a case at the very beginning with capped legal fees, so everything is clear and transparent from the outset with our clients, which avoids any friction that might arise. And finally, and most importantly, we try to hire only the best lawyers. They don't necessarily need to have the fanciest credentials, but they must be good at what they do. We tend to hire only internally from people who have been trainees at Aceris Law, who have been able to prove their ability to perform very high quality international arbitration legal work. There's no question that AI will impact the future of arbitration, just like it will in many other fields. The primary impact is certain to be time-saving and efficiency with respect to using AI. There's no question that AI can perform very basic tasks that would take hours to do in a matter of seconds. Now, the work of AI still needs to be checked, but it can get rid of some of the more humdrum work that used to take a lot of time and used to be billed to clients. This can be avoided. What will be very interesting is when you're able to use the predictive powers of AI with respect to a massive number of documents in order to estimate the manner in which a case is likely to be decided. Now, we're not quite there yet, but I know that people are working on this to determine probabilities of case success based on a massive number of documents that have been uploaded. Obviously, AI is also very useful for summarizing documents, even in its current state, and letting you determine whether certain documents are entirely irrelevant very quickly without necessarily having to read through absolutely everything. We decided to choose UseAI rather than other products that are available on the market for a number of reasons. The first of all, in all honesty, has to do with security. A lot of members of our team were experimenting with ChatGPT experimenting with Adobe AI. However, there are questions regarding what happens to the data that's being uploaded to these platforms. We're aware that UseAI is ISO certified, that it uses encrypted software, and this allows us to have much greater confidence in terms of uploading documents to the platforms and asking questions to it than we can with other platforms. The security was really our first reason. The second reason is that everything UseAI does meshes perfectly well with our practice. Aceris law is focused entirely on international arbitration, on international mediation and public international law, which is precisely what is found in UseAI's databases. So having a UseAI attached to its excellent database of many different resources and able to link into that was really a no-brainer for us as compared to the other legal solutions that exist. I believe there's also Harvey. I believe there's also, there are a variety of other solutions, but we're quite happy with UseAI. So to date, we're still experimenting with UseAI to see all of the use cases that we can find for it. To date, the most beneficial has been the summaries of documents. Not because you would necessarily rely upon the summaries, which are done, but to check if this is something you can check off your list and say, this is relevant to what we are seeking, move on to new documents. That's been our most useful use case. Now, it also has been useful to upload documents, PDFs, and to ask questions to those documents, knowing that it's being done in a high security environment where there's a really quite minimal risk of leakage of documents. Those are the two primary use cases we use for now. So while we're still experimenting with it, it's very promising.